Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, today we are back once again with some more League content. But since UCC has finished on the channel because the last game was pretty much a meme and didn't really prep for it at all, so I thought there was no point in doing the video because, well, the game wasn't that important. So I decided we should finish that early and we get on to a new league, a more wacky, interesting, crazy, completely random, you don't know what's coming next league in PIDA Roulette season number 2. Now, if you are an OG of the channel and have been around for, I can't remember when the first PIDA season was out, I think it was about last year, I think, at some point, about a year ago, when there was, it wasn't as mad as it was today, even though it was a bit mad. The only thing mad about it was the tiers, and there was no clauses, so no evasion, no sleep, no anything like that, nothing like that. But it's evolved over time, and now Roulette is here, and I think, did I do any videos? I think I did one to explain it on the channel for season 1, and then I had to stop recording videos because of, like, I was busy and I just got moved home and all that stuff, so I couldn't do that. But hopefully today we can try and get all these PIDA games recorded because they're all going to be interesting. Because let me lay down, if you did miss out on the Roulette season 1, some things have changed because that was already in Gen 7. This is the first season of this league in Gen 8. I am the owner of this league because it's as wacky as me. Now, bog standard, I have, so each week, each different battle will be situated into one of the 14 formats you see on the screen right now, which could be Sword and Shield Ubers, Sword and Shield Doubles Ubers, National Dex anything goes, Balance Hack Mons, Mix and Mega, Almost Any Ability, Stab Mons, Camo Mons, 12v12, What's Yours Is Mine, VGC, Shared Power, or Tier Shift. So there's 14 different metas. Each week will be a different meta. Each week, you know, so for example, if I'm playing, let's say, if I'm playing a game and my matchup is Balance Hack Mons, the other person in my group could be playing Stab Mons, the other person in the group could be playing 12v12, the other, and so on and so on and so forth. So it's a bit mad, but it makes it kind of wacky because you could have a team specialised in this meta and then have that meta. So all metas are different because obviously 12v12 you can get more kills in it. VGC you can lose by more. Same with mixed 12v12. And more mons have more power in different metas. Now you'd be thinking, right, planning this draft must be difficult because you have to get a team which can match up for any of these metas which you could randomly be given. But here's the best bit, all the mons are randomized as well because there are 12 different tiers. There are 12 tiers. As you can see, there are 12 tiers. If I can zoom out once more, there are 12 tiers as you can see on the dot. 12 different tiers, and each tier has specific mons in it. Now over time, the original PIDA series, I did the original first ever season of PIDA. They were all split up into I think 4 or 5 tiers, and I did all the stats based on an algorithm, which basically did stats like viability, all this stuff, move pools, setup options, wish, and all that stuff. So all like the steel types and all that were at the top. All like the one-trick ponies like Keldeo and Tapu Lele and all that was down the bottom. So it was a bit odd, and you could actually pick the mons, so it was kind of, you know, a bit weird. And then over time, at the end of every season, we completed this. If a mon finished in the top third or of MVP list, they get promoted a tier, and if they finish in the bottom half, they get promoted a tier. So each season, all the mons will be jumping about, moving about. So over time, they all get added. Now, because all of that has happened now, all the Ubers because Season 2 of PIDA, we added Ubers into it, and all of those were in their own tier in Tier 1. And then all the rest were like OU, blah, 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 blah. Like all of the algorithm mons and so on and so forth. And then I came out with the idea of Roulette version, PIDA Roulette. Now, I had to separate all of the mons into 12 tiers. So what I did for that was, I just went down the list of MVP and went, okay, I need to split these into 12, so I'll split each of those into 12 metas, and put all those in Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on, so on, so on, so forth. We did it with test season, where they were all even. And then they all jumped about for that season, and then we did Season 1, and then Season 2 happened, and that's kind of died off because no one really... No, we did Season 1, tried to do a Season 2, didn't get enough applicants, so we had to push it back, and now it started again now, and adding all the Gen 8 mons into the meta, but just based on usage, because I lost the algorithm and I couldn't really work out which mons go where, like wackiness. So all of the Uber mons are in Tier 1 and then slowly move down like that in all the tiers, so it's evenly distributed out. Now, so the drafting process was kind of different because it happened literally in pretty much one day. So once all coaches were announced, I went away and randomized everyone's team, all 12 mons, and said, right, in Tier 1 you can have, for example, Blaziken, you can have a Mega Gengar, you can have a Heatran, etc, 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 just going down the list, every team going like snake format, and Tier 2 going back up again, and then Tier 3 going back down, and so on and so forth. Then everyone got their teams, and everyone was like, okay, right, I've got a structure of a team here, but I don't like A, B, C mon. So after that, each coach got 12 tokens. 12 entire tokens. These tokens were used to be inserted into the roulette wheel, and you could say, right, I would like to respin my Tier 5 mon. So I would take the Tier 5 mon off their team, re-roll again, and whichever mon the wheel landed on, you could get. And then that mon would be replaced with that mon. So for example, if you had a Chandelure in Tier 4, and you're thinking, okay, I don't really want Chandelure because I've got a better Fire type and a better Ghost type, and I've got a really ground weak. Let me respin my Chandelure and see what I get. Rerolls it, let's for example, gets a Golduck. You know, you might need a Golduck on your team. You might not need a Golduck on your team. So then you can either respin it again or use your tokens to respin a different mod. So everyone had the same amount of tokens. And it was basically, after all the draft was finished, it was just a rush. First one in, you can do one mon at a time. Just type in the chat, one mon at a time, and I'd go through re-rolling, so everyone had a team of 12. And then, after that, I made the schedule active, so everyone could see what the metas were. And then, week 1 began. So, in today's video, I've explained all of the rules in the first half, and in the second half I'm going to do a team overview, draft overview of my team, and you can hopefully see how wacky this meta is going to be, this season is going to be, because there's all these different rules, and each week I will go over all the rules for the meta that I'm playing in, if it's like a complicated one. I'm pretty sure my first 3 are just normal national decks, so it's pretty much bog standard league stuff, but obviously there's no evasion, no there is clauses because national decks does have clause. So it's basically just a standard draft league game with no Dynamaxing. That was my first 2 weeks, and I think week 3 was a 12v12. Week 4 is Camo Mons, and week 5 is Tier Shift. And then there's 2 weeks after that where I don't know which meta they are yet, because there's 2 groups of 6, or 5, 2 groups of 6, and I'm in Kanto and the other division, so if I finish second in Kanto, I'll have to play in week 6 second in Johto, and then week 7 is the same, so I could be playing the same coach twice in a row, or depending on results I could play someone different, and then playoffs start, and then it just keeps on rolling from there. And the final is always 12v12 because it's the OG PIDA Roulette meta, and it gets to, you can use all 12 of your mons on one battle, so it's a good laugh at a long game. So all of that taken care of, it's time to look at our team, which you probably can see it's been above me this entire time. But we start off with our Uber. Now, at the time before all of this began, all of this, my original Uber that I rolled was in fact a Lugia. So I thought, right, okay, Lugia's bulky, quite good. Okay, let me stick with that. And then afterwards, once the metas were released and I worked out that I had national decks, I couldn't actually use Lugia first 2 weeks. And I'm thinking, right, okay, right. Forgot to mention this as well. After every game, you get a token. So every time you play a game, you can get an additional token. So you can either re-roll the meta, but you and your opponent both need to use their tokens to re-roll the meta, or you can re-roll a mon, obviously. So I thought, right, okay, let me re-roll Lugia first for a mon which I can actually use in national decks. Just because, you know, I think my opponent could use both their national dex mons in there, because I think they had Mars Shadow and the other one had I actually can't remember what their meta was. What was their tier 1? Oh, it doesn't matter, we'll get over that next video. But they could both use their meta, and I thought, okay, I'm a mon down now. What am I supposed to do? No, they had no, it doesn't matter. But long story short, they could use both their Ubers, I couldn't use mine. So I thought, let me respin Lugia and see what I can get. Up comes Aegislash, and I'm thinking, okay, I've used Aegislash before in is it PBAL, because that league allowed a Dialga and I wanted that. Like, I saw Dialga and thought, yes, I'm drafting this. Why have they let a Dialga out? I played 4th and drop. Oh, it's gone already. It was first round pick, surprisingly. So I thought, okay, this team is built around an Uber steel type. Let me draft Aegislash, see how that goes. It went okay, I guess. But we've got Times of Redemption. So we've got Aegislash here with, obviously, gets the Stance Shade ability, gets I don't know why I'm going for MDO, because literally all these sets can be completely different, because in Balance Hack Mons, I could put anything on this thing. In Mix and Mega, I could Mega Evolve my Aegislash. I could almost any ability. I don't even have to have stance change, I could have anything on this thing. Stab Mons, I can learn any Steel or Ghost type move. Camera Mons, I can change my typing. Shared Power, I could have all of the abilities at once, and Tier Shift, I could lose stats. It's madness, but in most of the metas, obviously, Aegislash is a good mon, good bulky support. Obviously can be run mixed as well, quite bulky. King Shield is a good ability, so if we get Balanced Hack Mons, we can slap King Shield on any mon we like. So, as you can see by the team above me, that could come in clutch. Not gonna lie. Obviously gets Pursuit, because all cut moves are allowed, all new moves are allowed, all new DLC moves are allowed. Pretty much anything you can put on the mon, which is actually, you know, legal, you can use. So it gets Solar Blade, Shockwave, Screech, Iron Defense, all this good stuff, Hidden Powers, Shadow Sneak, Destiny Bond, Close Combat, Air Slash, Autotomize, all of these things. I thought Aegislash was probably the best mon I could actually achieve to get in Tier 1, which was able to be used in National Deck. So, really happy about that. That was our first mon. Now, next up, we have a boy, Diddy the Infernape. Now, I've really wanted to use Infernape for a while in League now, and I think I want to use it in BRL. Got sniped. I'm thinking, god damn it, can't use that. So, now, I've got a chance to use it in PIDA. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as using it in a proper league, because it could be any meta, but so you can get a rough idea of how Infernape's going to go. It's quite fast at 108 speed. Can be run mixed as well, like Aegislash, which is a good point by me, because I love running physical. I love ones that have options, you know. One can be special, be physical next week, but it's my matchup. Can be run bulky, or not. They're my kind of mons in League anyway. So obviously it gets Blaze, it gets Iron Fist as well. So, because it does get the elemental punches. I don't think you get Ice Punch though, I think. It gets Fire and Thunder Punch, it gets Obviously, Power Up Punch, Poison Jab gets boosted as well. Mac Punch gets boosted as well. Focus Punch gets boosted as well. I think that's all of the punch moves it gets. I do believe, obviously, Thunder Punch as well. Gets decent setup. It gets Calm Mind and Bulk Up, which is fantastic. Gets, obviously, Fake Out. Priority is good. Flame Charge setup. Gunk Shot to hit those pesky Fairy types. Hone Claws. Nasty Plot. Raw, if you really want to. It gets Slack Off, it gets Recovery, it gets Rocks, it gets Sword Stance, it gets Toxic, it gets U-Turn, it gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets Assist. Could come in useful, who knows. But Infernape's here, hopefully it can help us put in the work. And with this massive move pool, if we're playing Balance Hack Mons, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And also, could come in clutch because our team is quite slow. So Infernape's one of our fastest Mons on the team, so hopefully we can do some damage with Infernape this season. Next up, we've got our boy, Daniel Sr. Because damn, Daniel was in the second ever video on this channel. In my Pokemon Black Nuzlocke, the second ever video done on my channel. First was a draft analysis of UCC. But I've come a long way since then. That was almost 2 or 3 years ago. What? I know. But, obviously, Daniel... I've got Daniel in, what have I got Daniel in? TBC, I think. Yeah, I've got it in TBC. Doing well. Daniel Sr., however, not really used before in League. But it's quite good. It's quite bulky. It's not got the special bulk, but it's got good defensive bulk. It's got good attack, good special attack. So, pairing with what you can see later down the line, is going to be a great comparer. Great core of the team. And at this stage, I was thinking, right, okay, I've got a bulky team now. Jake, you never draft bulk, you don't really like bulk, but this is your chance to learn new goddamn teams, because you've tried like all-out attackers, that's your thing. But now you're forced to use bulk because that's the team you have. And I'm using Mons I've never used before. Never used Infernape, never used Tangrowth. I think out of this entire team I've used about 3 or 4 of the Mons in total. So I'm using new Mons as well. This is what this league's all about. Fantastic. And also, we get Chlorophyll, and Leaf Guard, and Regenerator. So in Balance Hack Mons, we can rock Chlorophyll on something, or Regenerator. If we have shared power, we could put Regenerator on our entire team, and have a Regenerator Chansey. What are you saying? That seems busted. But we're here. If we get Chlorophyll, and we have Chansey, and we have, Natural Cure. Madness. We could run No Guard on Mega Pidgeot, and just fissure everything for days. We could have Prankster. We could have, oh my god, this team. We could have Unaware. We could have Inner's Out on a really fat, bulky Chansey. Oh, there's options, there's options, there's options, there's options. I'm just saying there's options. But Tangrowth is here. It's going to be bulky. It can run Sleep Powder. We can put limitless things to sleep, because there's no sleep clause. We can Leech Seed, we can Giga Drain, we can, I think you get Toxic, you get a lot of different moves, you get Focus Blast, Knock Off, Recovery, Pain Split, Scream, Sludge Bomb, Toxic. You know, we have options with you. We definitely do have options on Tangrowth. I think I'm going to be bringing Tangrowth most weeks because that's our most defensive pivot on the team, depending on obviously the type matchup and the meta, but I see Tangrowth being definitely in the first 2 weeks, bringing him a lot. So I'm really looking forward to using Tangrowth and seeing how he fares in this season. Now next up we've got Nidoking, our Elvis, or suede shoes if I want to run it shiny, you know. It's blue, you got the blue suede shoes, Now Nidoking, like Infernape, like Aegis Flash, can be run mixed because it's got 102 attack. You're thinking, it's got 102 attack. Obviously you run it physical, but its move pool is better special, and with sheer force, all those moves get boosted anyway. So if we just want to run a standard poison ground set, we can run physical and do more damage. If we want to run the likes of Ice Beam or Flamethrower or Thunderbolt, we can run special and get some sheer force damage, you know. So we've got options. Also gets Rocks, also gets Screens. Want to run Screens, I guess. Get Sucker Punch, Surf, Taunt, Thunder, Toxic Spikes. We have Hazard set up. Champion. We've got Amnesia. We can set up like that. We can We can fissure things if we really wanted to, because they're allowed, and horn drill. Double. So the only thing we can't really hit is a ghost type levitate with those. So if we want to be that guy, we can run Oko moves. Just saying. We have Oko moves, and we've got to make a picture up with no guard. So if we have if we have shared power, and we get Nidoking and Mega Pidgeot out of the game, I could go into Nidoking and have a no guard Nidoking, and click all of the sheer force button, and click all of the Oko buttons, and Oko everything, and just win the game. This team, my god, if we get good metas, could be absolutely amazing. So that is our tier 4. We got Nidoking. Tier 5, we got our boy Scrambled, our Chansey. Now, this is why I really like this team, because we've got bulky Tangrowth, who can take pretty much any physical hit. We've got Chansey, which can pretty much take any special hit. Tangrowth gets Regenerator, so we can take a hit and switch straight back out again. Chansey, we have Natural Cure, so any status on it, we can heal back off and just switch it out. We get Wish support. We get Aromatherapy Cleric support. We get freaking Seismic Toss. We can... I think you get Stealth Rocks as well. It gets Healing Wish if we really want to, like, set up on, if we want to something low, we thought, okay, we need you to win. Bish Bash Bosh, you're full. We get Screens, it can run Teleport, which now does a thing. We can Toxic, we can Z Celebrate. I completely forgot Z Celebrate was a thing and gave you +1/+1/+1/+1/+1. Because Dynamax is now a thing, you know. We can Z Celebrate and bat and pass out. Because Z is allowed, and Dynamax, and all this. So we could Z Celebrate on a Chansey, bat and or any Mon. I don't think you get bat and pass, but let's say a Mon that does get bat and pass, like, I don't know, Victini, or something like that, or Eevee, for example. If we got an Eevee, which I don't think is in the tiers, but I might have to chop it into tier 12 next season. But if we have Eevee, we can extremely rev boost it up to +2/+2/+2/+2, blah blah blah. Yeah, bat and pass out into our Uber. Let's say it's Aegislash, for example. We can then Dynamax our Aegislash and be at +2/+2/+2/+2/+2 for Dynamax Aegislash. What are you saying? What are you saying? We have options. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving people options of what we can do. It gets obviously hidden powers. It gets Metronome, Mimic, Present, Recycle, but probably going to be running freaking Eagle-Eye most weeks. So yeah, that's our Chansey. So with Chansey and Tangrowth, got a good defensive core to the team, which I think, if it goes well, I might try and draft it again in like a proper league. Chansey Tangrowth core. Broken core. Next up, we've got a Mega, which we managed to nab up, which is Mega Pidgeot, which again, never used before, so I'm really excited to using it. Mega Pidgeot obviously gets no guard, and it's gets a ridiculous special attack boost on this thing, so Hurricanes will never miss, which is great, because it's probably our best move. So we've got on it. Hurricane, 110, excellent. We've also got the likes of what else misses? I think it's mainly just It's mainly for Hurricane, really. No guard, but it obviously gets Heat Wave as well. It can U-turn out. Obviously gets Roost. It gets Defog as well. It gets Tailwind if we want to. It gets Whirlwind, Toxic. We can double team. We can raise our evasion. That doesn't matter because we have no guard, so ignore that. Gets Mirror Move. We want to run that. We can run Rain Dance, Sunny Day if we want to be. We want to run Sunny Day Tangrowth for any reason, or we have shared power. We can run Sunny Day and get a really fast Infernape with Chlorophyll in the sun and just Flamethrower to just kill everything. Really want to do that, but hey ho. Mega Pidgeot's here. Looking forward to using it. Never used it before. Hopefully we can Heat Wave, U-turn, Hurricane, everything to death with this Mon. Next up, we have another Stooly boy. We've got Sableye, who we have in LTC, which is nearing its conclusion as well, and I think that's being replaced with BRL. So definitely go check out the LTC on the channel, because Sableye has been doing well for me. It's been doing good. We've got Sableye, Prankster, obviously. So we've got a defensive core in Tangrowth. We've got special defense in Chansey. We've got Prankster, Will-O-Wisps, and recovery and all that good stuff in Sableye. So our team is disgustingly fat, because Sableye can be run fat, Aegislash can be run fat, Nidoking can be run bulky. You know, we have options. We definitely have options. And with Prankster, my god, we do have options, people. We've got recovery, we can toxic, we can trick, we can Will-O-Wisp. Main set I run is either Willow/Toxic depending on the matchup, Recover, Nightshade, Taunt. You know, we can taunt pretty much anything, obviously not a dark type, but we can taunt any other setups. If he wants to Sleep Us or anything like that, we can just taunt it away. We can run Magic Code. If we want a special defensive bulky set, we can just Magic Code back and just knock something out. So I'm looking forward to using Ice Gems again, because I really like using an LTC. Hopefully it can put in the work in this league as well. Obviously it gets Foul Play as well, which is good because its stats aren't the best, but you know, the Prankster and all these moves which it's allowed to use are great. Super, perfect, love using Sableye. Next up, we have our next mon in Galvantula. Now, we've got webs on the team, guys, with our very slow team, because if we have webs, then Mega Pidgeot and Infernape can just outspeed everything and just hopefully win our game, because there are two. That and Nidoking are our main, like, attacking threats on the team, because the rest of our team is mainly bulk. Aegislash is like 50-50, but and Nidoking as well. So we've really got Infernape, Nidoking, Mega Pidgeot, Aegislash as like actually Wall Breaker's gonna kill something. So slow them down. We've got options in this. We can also run Speedy Boy and run Thunder because of Compound Eyes. Most likely never miss. Obviously get Bug Buzz, gets Energy Ball as well, Giga Drain, Leech Life, Infestation, Poison Jab, Signal Beam. Obviously gets Sticky Webs as well. Can run Bounce, Cross Poison, Electro Ball. You know, Hidden Powers obviously. Struggle Bug if you want to reduce some special attack. So we've got options in you. It also gets we could maybe run on Nerve, probably run Compound Eyes most likely. So we've got web options in Galvantula. Good option to have on the team. Hopefully it can help us do some damage this season. Now next up we've got a Clefairy. Now I can't remember what my tier 9 was at this point beforehand, but I re-rolled. I think this is the last thing I re-rolled, and I got Clefairy, and I thought, at the time I thought, well, this is great because there's so much power in tier 9, but then I realised, didn't have a Fairy type, we've got a Dragon MED, we good, because everyone is Aegislash, and both dragons, you know, run Earthquake or Flamethrower, so that's not great, but to be fair, most of them now run Steel or Poison type moves, but, you know, to have a Dragon switching is good, because we don't actually have a Dragon type. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, but it gets Magic Guard, so it can only be dapped, so it's a great Toxic switching, it's a great, you know, Leech Seed switching or anything like that, should be good. Again, like Chansey, it's going to be quite bulky, not as bulky as Chansey obviously, but it's got 65 special defense, it gets pumped on 1.5, so what, near enough 100 special defense, 70 HP. It's quite bulky, especially on a special defensive sense. Obviously gets pretty much the same kind of stuff as Clefable does really, with Moonlight, Thunderwave, Toxic, Wish. You've got backup Wish options, Chansey for some reason. If he's got a fantastic fighting type, and Clefairy's a better option to bring over Chansey. They're probably not going to be Chansey. Clefairy, sorry, brought a lot, unless obviously in 12v12 when we were forced to bring it. Or if we're in tier shift, because Clefairy will get buff stats and EV Light, so it might be better than Chansey at that point. But who knows? Who knows? We probably won't see Clefairy unless I'm forced to bring it, and if I re-roll it, but I'm probably going to re-roll like the higher end stuff to have more fun with those rather than the lower stuff. I know there's some power down there, but there's not that much, so we only get 1 token per week. Unless our top one's like set. I'm not going to roll Clefairy, so we should be okay for that. So, don't expect Clefairy to be brewed that often, but, you know, he's there just in case. Next up, we've got Jumpluff. Now, Berry was very happy when I got this, because, obviously, in a UCC, this thing ruled the Gyarados. Now, because it got Strength Sap. Now, having Strength Sap on the team is really good, because, obviously, we've got a fast Strength Sapper, so we can knock someone down, attack stat, which is really scary. It gets to -1, and then we can just like U-turn out, because he's probably either going to stay in or he's going to switch out. So you can shut down a threat if needs be. Obviously it gets Spore as well. Does it get Spores? It's Sleep Powder. You get Sleep Powder, it gets Synthesis, U-turn, Leech Seed. It's pretty much like Tangrowth, but not as bulky, but it has access to Shrimp Sap. So, you know, both things are going to be great. I don't see me keeping both of those for that long, though, because having 2 mons that do exactly the same thing, I'm not really going to bring... I'm probably going to be leaning towards using one more than the other. So, re-rolling the other one is probably going to be more beneficial. Probably going to be Jumpluff, because losing Tangrowth as part of the defensive core is not going to be a good sign. But, you know, if Jumpluff, you know, has a good matchup week 1 and does well, I might be tempted to keep it. But, you know, if Strength's up that useful, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I don't see that being that useful, especially in this like randomness. So next up we have Pyukumuku. Again, more defensive options, because we love a defensive option in PIDA for Devious Kongs. Now, obviously Pyukumuku has 0 attacking moves. That's its niche, but it is quite bulky. On 30 in both defenses. It's not the fastest in the world, not the best, but it gets Screens, Baton Pass, Curse, Recover, Toxic, Taunt. It's a slow Taunter, but it gets Taunt. It gets Psych Up, gets Rain Dance, Soak, Tickle, Venom Trench, Water Sport. It gets options. It's like Sableye, but worse. It's more bulkier, but it's a Pyukumuku. So hopefully Pyukumuku can like toxic things, live a hit and toxic something easily for free. So it's quite bulky. Could be good. I don't think it gets Willow, does it? No, it just gets toxic. But you know, we can recover. It gets unaware. So if there's something really set up, we can just stand in and just toxic sword it to death, because all of its stats will be back down to 0. And if we're bulky enough, we can just eat up any hit from that thing. So that's Pyukumuku's here to stop threats. Because unaware, if it's evasion boosted up to infinity, it doesn't matter, because we don't care, because we're unaware. I think, like, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So that's Pyukumuku. And last but not least, we have Arbok, our Jesse, our Arbok. Now, with pairing with Nidoking, you know, Arbok might have to like re-roll, but it's a tier 12. There's mainly trash in tier 12, because that's where all the mons which don't do well in differential move down to. So they're either really bad, or they're like, you know, raw every week and just do nothing. Don't even get like toxic kills or stealth rock kills or anything like that. They just sit there, die, and do nothing. They're all the mons down there. So Arbok, just for Intimidate, it could be useful in other metas. Obviously get Shed Skin as well, and you know I like a Shed Skin snake. Set out Sandaconda. But, you know, it gets Curse, Earthquake, it gets some good moves. Some balanced hack mons could come in useful. Obviously in other stuff it could come in useful. So it might be worthwhile to keep it around on the team, basically on the metas we potentially could have late game. Because, you know, Arbok could come in useful, could shine in some of the metas, so hopefully it can do. So that is our team for PIDA Roulette Season number 2. Now, next week, week 1, we're playing Sarrel, and it's in a national dex. So, no funny stuff, just normal battles, normal It's just a normal league game next week. So the craziness on this channel at least won't be up until at least week 3, I do believe. And we don't have a normal game, but the team is wild. We're going to get some more tokens. We can respin it. It's going to be changing slightly every week. So if you guys are hyped for this, hit that sub button, hit that like button, comment down below what you think of the team, and you know, if you want to follow PIDA, definitely subscribe. Also, another coach does upload PIDA videos, and that is Penguin. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below because he's more on point with his uploads. He's like up to date. We're in week 3 now. I've only just started doing this because I've been so far behind, trying to catch up, get UCC and LTC finish and all that good stuff, and you know, working as well. It's kind of hard to catch up, but hopefully we'll caught up sooner rather than later. That's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.